Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andreea. I'm a professional makeup artist based in Paris, and in today's video I have Ilham.
Thank you for having me.
Ilham is a celebrity hairstylist, and I've worked with her a few times, and I absolutely adore her. I think she's so beautiful, and I just couldn't wait to do her makeup. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I did Ilham's makeup. So let's get into it. Welcome to my channel, Ilham.
Thank you. I'm so excited. Oh my God.
We've been wanting to do this for so long.
I know.
I keep on telling her, like, I need you on my channel.
And I'm just like, why would you?
I mean, look at you. You're so beautiful. You guys, Ilham is not only an amazing, successful hairstylist, but she's also incredibly beautiful, and she's very natural. Ilham doesn't have any...
Nothing.
This is her natural self. I love her hair. Normally she keeps her hair pulled back because every time we meet, we're working.
My hair is, it's always, like in front of my face, and I can't. When I'm working, I need to be like clean and ready to go.
I totally get it. So in this video, I'm not only going to show you how I'm going to do Ilham's makeup. It's not going to be anything crazy, but just like I want a little umph because she's already beautiful.
I love your makeup always.
Thank you. But also we're going to discuss about Ilham's career because she's super successful. She's been doing absolutely everyone in the business. Please go follow her Instagram. Her style and aesthetics is absolutely insane. Great taste in everything. And you should see this body, you guys. Her body's insane. Like, I need to know all the Pilates that you've been doing, like everything.
Okay, I will share.
Oh, perfect. So let's get into skincare. I'm going to start with skincare. First, as usual, this is something that I use on most of my clients, which is Bioderma. This is the micellar water. But usually, in the case, I carry like a small little one. I love it because it removes every product on the skin. It's easy.
Finally, I can be a model. Oh my God, I'm always so jealous, seeing you doing makeup and all this facials and massage. I'm just like, oh.
Now you're going to take advantage of
yes.
it, I think. Okay, we're going to start the skincare with this serum. This is a serum mist, a peptide serum mist, and it's going to smooth the lines and wrinkles, the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and it's going to protect the skin microbiome. Also reduces redness. You could use this before or after makeup. This is a skincare product, so don't use too much if you're going to apply it after makeup. But honestly, the way I love to use this is whenever I'm in a dry environment. For example, if I'm in a plane, I love to apply this on my skin because
it smells so good.
It smells good, right? And you don't have to, obviously now she doesn't have anything on her skin, but you don't need to massage it. It will immediately get in the skin. It's such a good product to have. I'm waiting for Harry from UNIVERSKIN to create a smaller version of this, like a bag version. All right, next is going to be the eye cream. This is something that I love from AMAN. It's very hydrating.
Which I can use.
You have really good skin, I would say it's normal skin. It's not too dry, definitely not oily. You don't have large pores. You're very lucky with your skin. So I'm going to take a little bit, just warm it. And we're going to massage a little bit the area. You don't want to apply too much. The thing about eye cream is that if you apply too much, or if your eye cream is too heavy, it could interfere with your concealer. So I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what is the right consistency, like to explain it, but I can feel it whenever I touch a product. I know what's going to work under makeup and what won't. Now we're going to move on with serum, and this is from Augustinus Bader. Like about 3 pumps of this. And I always start with the cheeks. Usually the cheeks are the driest. Like no matter your skin type, the tendency for the cheeks is always to be drier than the rest of the skin. So starting there, getting everything on the neck as well. And the best way to apply your skincare products is by doing press release motions. Because skin is like a sponge, so it's going to absorb better. Also, did you know that skincare is 60% more potent during the night while we sleep? So that's why you should never skip nighttime skincare routine.
Oh, wow.
In the morning, you could do something super light and fast, but in the evening is where you can really take your time. And then I will use the Rich Cream from Augustinus Bader. This is a massive, a massive one. Again, like 3 pumps, because I'm going to get this on the neck as well. And then we're gonna take our time to do massage. Doing the makeup for a client, I love to focus the massage in between the eyebrows. It not only relaxes her, but also all the fine lines from frowning. Well, now everyone is doing Botox. There's not much line happening between the eyebrows, but you know, some people don't use Botox, and it's actually really relaxing. It's actually very, very relaxing.
It's really good.
And also here, it really makes a difference. It really, really makes a difference when you massage your client's face right here, or if you're doing your own makeup and you're applying your own skincare, you just want to work this area because that's where all the movement is. I love using all kind of tools, and I have to say, if I'm with a client and I have like 5 minutes to put this in the fridge, I will always ask permission to do so, because although these are always cold, when you put them in the fridge, they're extra cold. So I did this, and now it's going to be super cold, but I promise it will feel good. Again, this is the area where I just love to insist. And the last step in my skincare routine would be something that will hydrate the lips. And today I'm going to use Glossier. This is the Balm Dotcom in Mango. This one smells really good. It smells good, no? Great. So by the time I actually get to the makeup on the lips, they're going to be super well hydrated. Now I'm going to use SPF. So after we're filming, we're going to go eat. So I always make sure that the client, if she's going outside, she has SPF. This is from Naked Sundays, and it has SPF 50, and this is water resistant, has broad spectrum, and it can be a great primer as well. It has a little bit of tint, but honestly it doesn't matter because we're going to apply foundation anyway. Do you normally use SPF?
Yes, definitely. You know, getting older, I mean, like the skin, but I can't go outside without, honestly. Because during the summer I get this pigmentation in my...
You do?
Yeah.
Your skin is amazing. I can tell that you're taking good care of your skin.
Trying.
The foundation I'm going to be using is the CLÉ DE PEAU This is their Radiant Fluid Foundation. Natural, it has a natural finish. And I'm going to mix 2 shades. One is BF20 and the other one is 040. Honestly, I don't have all the shades, so probably in this range, there will be a color that matches her perfectly, but I only have a couple of them, so that's why we're going to mix. And then for concealer, I'm going to use also CLÉ DE PEAU, and one is Almond, the other one is Ivory. I'm probably gonna mix them, but the Almond is the exact shade of her skin, and Ivory is slightly lighter. And I'm going to use Almond to, you know, spot conceal wherever she needs it, if she needs it. And the lighter concealer will be applied under the eyes. How did you get into hairstyling, and when did you start?
Actually, at a very young age, I was 15.
Wow.
I was living in Casablanca, actually. You know, I'm born in Casablanca. And as a Moroccan, we always, you know, we go to the hammam every weekend. And as a little girl, I was there with my aunties and my grandma. And after the hammam, you go straight to the hairdresser.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a ritual, you know. You go
Okay.
to the hammam and afterwards straight to the hairdresser. And I was spending, like every Saturday, I was sitting there as a little girl watching all those transformations and the impact and the power of hair. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like magic. And then when I was 15, I moved to the Netherlands. And yeah, the first thing that I was thinking about was like, you know, let's visit a hair school. Let's see if it exists. You know, I didn't know that there were education and, you know, you can even learn being a hairdresser. I didn't know back in the time. So I went there and I applied, knowing that my parents will kill me.
Oh, so your parents didn't agree. The typical.
At all. No, that's like the typical, like, you know,
story.
what?
Yeah.
A hairdresser? Are you kidding me? Yeah, so that was quite a big struggle and a big fight. You know, it's really hard to make them proud. You know, they were like, no, but, you know, it's such a shame. You need to go to the university, and you know the culture is really like you know.
It's actually similar culture with the Romanian culture, the Moroccan one.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think we have the same story, you know?
Yes.
A little bit like, you know. So for me, that was quite a challenge to make my parents proud of me. So I started, and I literally begged them, like, you know, just let me do this, and then afterwards, if you want me to go to university or whatever, I will do that. But let me finish. I want my degree as a hairdresser.
How long did it take for you to do the school?
4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A real school, like college,
yes,
basically.
Yes. Yeah, no, it was very technical, you know, it's not only cutting and coloring, it's like you dive in, you know, in a lot of technical things. It's not like only playing with hair and cutting and
so you did everything. You cut, you colored.
Perm.
Perm.
Yeah,
oh my God. Yes, back in the days.
I mean, like I'm 50, so you know, it's like
can't believe it. 50.
And the finger waves and all these things, which I love to do. Yeah.
And how did you get? What was the point in your career that kind of pushed you to the celebrity? How did you get to do celebrity? It's a long way. I know.
Yes, I know. It's like, oh, you know, it took me like 30 years. No, but first of all, I started, you know, with the competitions in the Netherlands, you know. So in 2007, I became the best hairdresser of the year in the Netherlands.
Oh, wow.
And then I got invited by the Queen, Maxima, to have a lunch with her. And yes, yeah. And honestly, she asked me like, you know, what are your dreams or, you know, and your goals? And I started to laugh and I said like, you know, perhaps maybe one day I do your hair. And, you know, after the lunch, I left And like 2-3 years later, I got a call if I was available
For her.
for her.
2-3 years later?
Later, yeah. You see, you know, you plant the seed and then you wait.
But you know, this is the thing that
Yeah.
I think that young people right now, especially Gen Z, they want things to happen yesterday.
Exactly.
And we are from another generation where you would just wait for years for things to happen.
Yes.
Now nobody has the patience to do
No
that.
one will wait for 3 years. They will
Absolutely.
stalk people.
Yeah. Message them on Instagram, please.
Exactly.
I want to do your...
Yeah. Well, back in the days, we didn't have
Yes.
even like Instagram. Like I didn't even have the phone, you know. It's yeah. So 3 years later, but meanwhile, I started to assist like a very famous hairstylist in Amsterdam, and I went to Le Souk. I worked there. That was like the place to be, you know, like all the models and photographers and like, you know, all the celebrities were coming there to do their hair. So I started there and I started to assist. And
For how long did you assist it?
I assisted, I was in the core team of Luigi Moreno for almost 10 years.
Wow, that's a long time to assist someone.
Yeah, 10 years, yeah.
Now an assistant would stay like for a maximum 2 years, and then
2
they
years,
bye,
it's
bitches.
like 1 year, and they're like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
done. They're so bored, you know.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know, the ambition and the dreams and, you know, the commitment.
It's just different now.
It's different now, yes. You know, I'm telling them because I do have my own master classes and my hair school in the Netherlands. And I keep telling them, like, you need to be patient. You need to work on the skills. You know, it takes like years.
Yes.
It's not like... And then they are watching me doing hair and they are telling me like, but it looks so easy when you do it. I'm just like, no, it took me 30 years. Are you crazy?
It's not easy. It's not
It's
easy.
not easy. I mean, like, you know, I've been practicing hair for 30 years. And then they are like, you know, they want to learn it in 1 year. It's hard. Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing, I mean, at this level, because like I told you guys, Ilham is working with the top celebrities, like A-list celebrities. When you're at this level, everyone is good in the hair industry. And I wanted to ask you, like, how do you differentiate yourself in such a big sea of people, of good people?
Yeah, but you know, the thing is, it's not my world. And, you know, stay true to yourself. That's one of my biggest like lesson in life. And you know, yeah, stay grounded, you know. And it's about your skills and about your work, and it's a personal journey. Also working with all these celebrities, you know. Sometimes you're working with them, but you need to be almost invisible, you know.
Oh, for sure. If you have an attitude, like you're done.
No, it's like, you know, so thank God you know, I'm very skilled and I know exactly when to talk. I want to shut my mouth.
But that comes with experience.
Invisible, you know. It's like, and they are not my friends, you know.
Yes,
that's also something very important, you know. It's like, you don't want to tell them all your struggles and your problems. You know, they're sitting in your chair for an hour and a half. You want to make them comfortable.
But they can do it.
They are allowed to do whatever they want, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, no, I'm always like very positive and very zen and very easygoing and flexible. We need to be so flexible, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. And you know when they change their mind, like in a split second?
Oh, yes. Or when they make you wait for super long hours.
At least we have each other, you know.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Sometimes we can wait. I mean, you guys, you've no idea how long we can wait
for 4 hours.
Yeah. To do
without telling any names, you know.
And sometimes the client would come and be like, I have 20 minutes.
Exactly. Those 20 minutes. Oh my God. And then you need to do makeup and hair.
Yes,
Wow.
in the same time.
Same time.
And what I think it's a really big struggle, and what people don't understand is after the 20 minutes, the client is taking pictures and people are going to judge that makeup
I know.
and that hair. And if it's not, because I mean, seriously, work is done if you also have the
Of
time.
course, of course.
So when you don't have the time, you know, it's not only frustrating because you know that you're
We
not
know
going to
we
be
can do better.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
know.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you are capable of doing better. You see your work and you see all like maybe the tweaks that you would have done to make it look perfect, and it's frustrating, and people don't know this. They would judge a picture and be like,
And the thing is, it's like we are both like perfectionists.
yes.
Like, you know,
You want
we don't take no for an
Yeah.
answer, but we want to go also like all the way. You know, you want to give everything to make someone like beautiful.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, and sometimes we need to do it in 20 minutes, and that's like a huge struggle, you know. And those 20 minutes we need to divide, you know.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Because when you do if
when
you
are you doing the eyeliner?
Yes,
And me with my,
exactly.
you know, snatch
Oh, yes,
ponytail, like,
yes.
oh my God. It's like, yeah.
Okay, so I've done a foundation and a concealer, and as you can see, it's slightly lighter. I would always go actually one shade or like half a shade lighter, because with the powder, with bronzer, with everything,
You're building.
you're building, and at the end, it's going to match with everything. Okay, next is the NARS bronzer. This is the cream bronzer in Laguna. And I'm going to use this small brush to kind of map my bronzer on Ilham. I'm going to do a little bit here on the forehead. This is the place where the sun would naturally hit her face. Don't come with the bronzer too low, and also make sure that it's not like a huge difference between the base, like where you're applying the bronzer, and the center of the face, because it's going to look like she has the shape of a helmet on her forehead. I've noticed this, and this is a mistake that I learned it the hard way, obviously, just like most mistakes. Because this is how you learn. You learn by doing and by looking at the pictures that are being taken, not your pictures, because you have control when you take your own pictures of your client. You put your own light, you put her in the best angle. But when you're doing, when you receive the pictures, like the official pictures that are being taken in God knows what light, then, you know, that's how you learn. What was the biggest challenge for you as a hairstylist in succeeding in the celebrity world? Was it getting the right people? What was it like, the network?
Well, honestly, I'm not the cool. Not well, you know, working with celebrities, it's something else than working in fashion. For me, I started in fashion first.
Yes, you did.
And then I started to work with celebrities. So when I started in fashion, the hardest thing and the most challenging thing that I found is to fit in this fashion industry.
Yeah.
Because
go to parties.
I mean, like, you know, yes, doing this whole thing,
Jam,
you know,
yeah.
socializing, being cool, going to all these parties. And I was not that kind of girl, you know. I was very serious and very determined, and I just wanted to work, and I loved my work, and I loved doing hair. But the extra, that was really hard for me. Yeah. And that's why it took me way too long to, you know, adapt this whole fashion scene.
Yeah.
It took me a while, but at the end, you know, I got there. But
because you were persisting. Another thing that it's really important in this job is to be persistent.
True. And stay true to yourself. You know, I
Yes.
don't want to change myself to fit in a certain, you know, world.
And also, you don't drink. This is something that we talked about. 'Cause I don't drink
know.
either.
I'm so so boring. You know, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. It's like boring as hell.
These are the things that kind of connect you, and especially in the fashion
But
world,
I'm
I
very
feel like.
funny. You can
You
have
are and
I,
fun.
honestly, I can go to an after party till 5, 6 in the morning without even like a zip of alcohol or anything, and I'm still dancing and having fun. But yeah, you know,
Some
really,
people need that extra.
exactly. Otherwise, they can't even like get in the mood. And I'm always in the mood. Just good music and a good company, and like, yeah. And working with celebrities is something else, you know. It's like, yeah,
Yes, it's different
honest.
than fashion because models usually won't really say anything. They will accept
Mm-hmm.
whatever you're
Mm-hmm.
doing,
Yeah.
whatever it's,
Mm-hmm.
the 'cause you've probably been doing a lot of hair for shows, right? What
Mm-hmm.
was the most beautiful or like the show that you loved the most?
Well,
It was spectacular.
I will say, you know, when I was assisting or my own shows.
Both.
Both. When I was assisting Rick Owens, I found the show of Rick Owens. They were something.
Something else. I mean, he's always extra.
Something else. Like it was scary, but at the same time, you know, it was really dark. But yeah, that was something. Yeah, I can remember, you know, being at their place in the studio, prepping all those triangle wigs for the show, you know, with the team till like 5 in the morning, and the call time was 7 a.m. So we didn't sleep, nothing, and we went straight to the show.
To the show. Jesus.
Yeah, Rick Owen was something. Yeah, I loved doing Rick Owens. But, you know, Givenchy with Ricardo was also a lot of fun. It was also very beautiful.
Very talented.
So talented, yeah. We did some amazing hair. Yeah, it was nice.
You have some memories, huh?
A lot, you know. We had a great team also, you know, working with Luigi. His team was like,
Normal.
well, we were like family, you know. That was nice.
It's nice when everyone is working towards the main goal.
Exactly. And it's nice if you don't have a big ego, which I don't have.
It's easy.
When you're working with people with a lot of ego, it's like, oh my God. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Okay, so now for the blush, I'm in between. I think we're gonna go with this shade. This is from Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is in Miniskirt. So what I like to do is just warm it up on the back of my hand, or sometimes I just take it with a spatula. But if you're going to do all the mapping directly with the product, because I know that's something that everyone is doing, and sometimes I do that for myself. I promise you, it's just a lot harder to blend it than if you warm it up on the back of your hand, take a brush, saturate the brush with the product, make sure that the product is distributed evenly on your brush, and then look at this. And you not only apply the amount of product that you want, but also it's very strategic. You're not disturbing the foundation underneath. So
It's a good one.
yeah, a lot of people do like this.
Yeah.
But if you notice, you will notice that the makeup artists actually don't work like that. Because they know they're trying to make their life easier, not harder. So on Ilham has beautiful bone structure. So I'm applying this on the highest part of her cheek, closer to the eye. I think, people take every sort of rule that we see on social media and we take it as, oh my God, the Bible, you know? But I think now with social media, there are all these people that come with incredibly assertive tone in their voice, and you almost like you believe them because they sound so sure of themselves. And me, when I talk, although I am sure of myself, I just don't have that, oh my God, you know? Like I'm more calm.
Yeah.
Let's set everything, and I'm gonna use the good old Laura Mercier. It's going to look absolutely beautiful on Ilham. And I'm using the translucent version. I'm back to my concealer brush. By the way, this is Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush. I love it for concealer. I always go back to my concealer right before I'm going to set it with powder, just to make sure that it didn't crease. So I do this step immediately before, and then I go on with powder. And I have to tell you something, powder, it's really challenging, I'm not gonna lie. It can mattify and make your skin look absolutely gorgeous in pictures. In certain light, it can emphasize your wrinkles. You can see that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like a love and hate, you know? But it is the product that keeps everything together. By the way, if there is any product that I forgot to mention in the video, you will definitely find it in the description box. So make sure you check it out, including brushes. This one is a very old one from Hakuhodo. Again, the powder matters a lot, the quantity that you're applying. On Ilham, a little bit of powder will make a big difference, but I'm not going to apply anything on the rest of the skin. I feel like this product is pretty self-setting. I love it. It's very, very long lasting. I will move on with powder bronzer, but in between powder and cream bronzer, I'm not going to apply translucent powder, okay? So just a little bit of powder here and there, a little bit on the nose. Again, the nose is the place where foundation tends to slip very fast because it's a rounded surface. And usually the tip, the chin as well. So that's why I always make sure I apply just the center of the face with a little bit of powder, even if my client has dry skin. If you have like incredibly dry skin and if you feel the need of setting your concealer, and if you've tried everything else on the market and every powder makes your skin incredibly dry and your under eyes looking even, you know, drier and emphasizing your wrinkles, try this powder. This is from Westman Atelier. It's called Vital Pressed Skincare Powder. Now this is really, really nice. It just gives a little bit of blur, sets your makeup, and it's invisible. It feels like you're touching something that is hydrating. So it's a hydrating powder. I know it doesn't make any sense, but it's true. And let me tell you the shade. So this one, the white one, I strongly recommend you the white one, not the, I see they have yellow and they have one that's pink. I just like both of them. I think this one is the best, the translucent one, and it's great for everyone. I'm gonna do the eyebrows. Ilham has the microblading technique on her eyebrows. How long ago did you do it?
I think 3 months ago.
Oh, okay, so it's recent.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So I'm going to, I like the shape. I think that whenever I'm dealing with someone that has microbladed the eyebrows, then I cannot do too much. So I have purposely kept a little bit of the foundation on top of the eyebrows. And now I'm going to make them slightly warmer. I loved the shade. I just think that it was a bit too, just a bit too gray. So we're going to use soft brown from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Or even caramel would work on her. And this is my favorite brush for this product. It's called 7B, also from Anastasia. So where do you live right now? Are you in Are you in Amsterdam?
Amsterdam, yes.
But you're pretty much everywhere.
Well, I'm traveling around the world. Yes, it's like, you know, it's always nice to have like one place where I can go back to.
Yeah.
But I'm a lot in Paris and London.
Do you plan to stay in Amsterdam your whole life, or like in the Netherlands?
No, I don't think so. I want to go back to Morocco. That's my goal. To build a house and to go back.
I've never been there, and I'm only
Oh
like
my
what?
God, we should go.
It's so close,
It
right?
is. It's like 3 hours. We should go.
I should go. And it's
I
so
wanted
nice
to
and
do a
warm.
tour. Marrakesh, Fez is also very beautiful. Oh my God, you're gonna love it. The food is amazing.
Is the food good?
Yes. We mix a lot of salty and sweet together. Yeah.
Do you cook?
Yeah, I'm a good one.
Ah, hairstylist and a chef.
And a chef. I love to cook.
Really?
Yeah.
What's like your favorite Moroccan dish?
My favorite Moroccan dish, I love to do tagine. And it
What's
could
tagine?
tagine, it's like the stew, you know, the earth like stew
Mm-hmm.
pot. And I do chicken with olives and lemon.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I love, yeah. And I do couscous. I love couscous.
I love couscous.
Yeah, like the traditional one with 7 different vegetables and with chicken and caramelized onions.
It sounds like a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of work.
Okay, next I'm gonna move on with just a little bit of Glossier Brow Flick, just to give more dimension, because now it kind of looks a little bit like just one block of color, and this is going to help a lot. And I'm using the shade, believe it or not, Blonde. Just a little bit, especially at the tail. It's going to add dimension. Why did you decide to do the microblading?
Because I don't have hair at the end, you know, here. It's like there's a huge gap. And I was coloring them, but and then I got tired of coloring them every time. So I just want like a fuller eyebrow. And that's the reason why I did it actually.
Yeah, I can understand it's a pain when you have to fill them in.
Every day, every
Every day,
single
yeah.
day, you know?
So eyebrows naturally, they would be slightly darker on the outside and a little bit lighter on the inside. And when I say lighter, what I mean is that we have the tendency to have less hair at the beginning of the eyebrow, so it's less dense. So now I'm going to set the blush and the bronzer, and I'm going to use NARS. This is one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's called Dolce Vita, and I think this is beautiful on absolutely everyone. And I'll take a Refer 24 brush. You know, it's going to be the same color, just a bit more intense. This is the bronzer that I'm going to use on top of the NARS one, and this is it has a slight luminosity to it. It's not matte, as you can tell from the pan. It's the one that I actually use a lot on myself as well. This is a Chantecaille Bronze Absolu in Serena, and I'm going to take a Refer 25 brush, saturate the brush, and then it's all the small steps in makeup, just as in hairstyle. I think it's pretty much the same. You do all these small steps.
Yes, it's the build-up of everything. It's the same with hair, actually. You know, you start with the foundation, with products, and building the products. Also, it's like actually the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
You don't go directly to like strong hairspray or mousse, or it's always like a process of building.
Tell us a product that you love to protect the hair before hair drying.
Like before hair drying?
Yeah, like a heat protecting spray.
I love the leave-in of Balm. That's like a very soft, and most of the time when you're working with products to protect the hair, they are kind of a bit of oily. And this one is not at all. So
I have to
you
try.
know, you definitely need to try it, you know. So the leave-in and the silk perfume. Combination of these two are amazing.
Silk perfume.
Yes, silk perfume for hair. Yes.
I've recently just received this gorgeousness. This is the Tom Ford. I think this was their holiday collection, so I hope you guys can still find it by the time I post this video. Soleil Neige Glow Highlighter in the shade 03 Grand Paradis. Grand Paradis, and it's this beautiful golden shade. Wow. I saw this, I'm like, whoa. So I'm going to take a little bit on my Sonia mini cheek brush. And this is what it's going to look like. And apply very, very little on the cheek. What I like about highlighter is that it kind of makes the cheeks look beautiful, round, and high. It just elevates the look of the skin. It gives more of that realistic look of the skin after all the products that you're using. I like to use a little bit on the nose, sometimes a little bit on top of the eyebrow. Now, let's get straight into eyes. And I can't decide exactly what I want to use. I'm in between this palette because I want to do, obviously, I want to do makeup that you guys can repeat at home. So I love this because she's got beautiful green hazel eyes, and I love these shades on her, but this would be amazing as well. We're going to do a combination, and this is the Super Nudes from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a great basic palette that I love to use on myself or on my clients. So this is going to be today's palette, and I'm going to start with primer on the eyelids. It's something that I don't use for myself because I don't like my eyeshadows to be too intense. Also on my eyelids, I tend to keep the eyeshadow pretty good, but when I'm doing a client, I never know how the makeup is going to last. Therefore, it's safer for me to use an eyeshadow primer. But I wouldn't call this necessary unless your eyeshadow tends to crease or they kind of don't. This happens a lot with certain skin tones and certain eyelids. It's like the eyeshadows refuse to show their real colors that you see in the pan. That's when you want to use eye primer, and especially the eye primer that has a little bit of tint. This one is from Rare Beauty and I adore it. Thin layer, let it dry, and then move on with your eyeshadow.
Never heard about it. Like a primer for
your eyes.
Yeah.
It's actually really useful. You've got amazing eyelid space. Like, ooh, I wish. I could only wish for that for myself. I'm going to start with the lightest. Wait, I'm going to switch the brush with this MAC 221. I'm going to start with the lightest color in the pan. Can you look down? Yes. The eyes open. Just yes. Use a little bit right here. And I just build it. Take my time because we have it. If you start talking, it kind of adds to the delay. Because you stop, you have to think of what you're saying. But if you don't talk, you're just like, focus. Can you look up? I'm going to do a little bit of the eyeshadow here. Now, I'm going to take this shade right here. Oh, this is intense. I'm going to mix it with this one. And apply it all over the eyelid. So now I go more towards the crease, outer corner of the eye, like so. Can you look in front? Yes, and this is like a nice base. I'm using a Sigma pencil brush. This is in E30, and I'm taking this shade, which is like this beautiful coppery, not too shiny, but it's softer. I love to use eyeshadow that is not matte. So I've applied a little bit of that eyeshadow, and now I'm taking a Refer 13 brush. This is a good brush to blend everything, especially on the lower lash line, because that space is so small. And if you're using a big brush, you know, you might end up poking the eye. But I love this. Okay, so now I'm going to use the same brush, the pencil brush. I'm going to use this shade. And I'll start to apply this at the base of the top lash. Almost like stamping. She has a lot of space, so I can play the way I want here. Just make sure you go really, really close to the lashes. And if you use a little product step by step, you're not going to have fallouts. I can promise you that. Okay, now I just take the same brush and I start to diffuse this. The larger I'm going to diffuse this, the larger her eyes are going to be. If I keep this like super close to the eyelashes, all this space that she has is going to overwhelm her eye. But if you apply something darker at the base of the lashes and you smudge it a little bit higher, it's going to open the eyes. And it's going to be slightly higher here in this area, so we can pull the end of her eye a bit higher. My aim is not to change her eye shape, right? She's got beautiful eye shape. I'm not going to make it look, you know, like this. There's no point. You can do this with makeup. But I like her. I like her eyes like this. And I think it's very unique. We don't all have to be
have the foxy eye.
Foxy eyes, exactly.
I have droopy eyes.
You have beautiful eye shape. Very unique, huh? I'm taking a Refer 14, which is a very small blending brush. Get the same shade. And this time I'm going to apply this in the crease. Okay, this is a bit too intense, so I'm going to mix it with this one. And if I feel like I have too much product on my brush, I always go to the other eye, even if I'm not done with the one I was working on, just to distribute the product evenly. So her natural eye shape, right? The natural crease goes like this. I applied in the crease, but then I work a little bit higher just to make the eye a little bit more open, especially at the end. Open. Yes. So now we have a nice open eye. All right, so I have two eye pencils that I absolutely love, and I think both of them would work for her to be applied on the waterline or even at the base of the lashes. And although I might not end up using them, I just wanted to show you. These are the Victoria Beckham Kajal eyeliners, and I promise you this shade looks absolutely stunning on everyone. Look at this. It's very similar with what she has, like all the shades that she has already on. And the second one is Copper. And this is again really, really pretty to apply. I think I'm going to do Copper on the waterline. Can you look up? Because it's different. And I know you might be afraid of this shade to be applied on the waterline because some people think that reddish tone would make your eyes look weird. I do not agree. I think it just intensifies, especially if you have hazel or green eyes, just intensifies the shade. I'll take a small brush. Honestly, I would use normally like a 23 brush from Refer or like 03. I don't have it with me, so I'm gonna use a flat brush. This is an old one from Hakuhodo. I would normally use this for lips, but I use the tip of it to apply this black at the base of the lashes. Open, look that way. So I do a little bit here. Yes, I love the intensity of the inner corner. And then I'll go all the way, all along the lash line. Close. Open. Yes, so this is just a bit more intense now. Look up, down. Now we're going to use mascara. And I tend to use one mascara for each client. And the reason why I do this is because I feel like the brush makes the mascara. Obviously the product, like the paste inside, but the brush makes the mascara. So what's the point of using just like the disposable ones that are not that good? We all know that. So I just use one mascara for each client. I'm very lucky because I obviously receive so many. But when I was not a content creator, I would buy the small ones, like the mini ones from MAC. Everyone was happy. Everyone was happy to receive something, you know. So yeah, now I just use the full size. Open. Look down. Look at me. Just gonna pull this one. Do a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. I feel like it just adds a bit of drama. I was just telling Ilham how I think she looks so sexy with makeup on. I mean, she looks sexy without it, but with makeup on, it's like, wow. We got to the lips, and I'm going to use this Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Talented. It's like this. I tried a couple of them, and I think this one will look really, really beautiful and very natural on Ilham. So let's take the excess of that lip balm that we've applied. Oh, perfect shade. So happy I've picked this for you. I love that this is a retractable pencil and you have a little sharpener at the end. So if your tip got a little bit, you know, round.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah, you can sharpen it again. I love this shade on her. So
soft.
Yeah. It's like a barely there. Okay, and the lipstick is also from Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Worthy.
I love the way how you corrected my lips because it's not like very symmetric.
Nobody has symmetrical lips. Nobody really. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this lipstick. It's this beautiful natural rosy shade. And I'll take it with a brush. This one is from Sculpt Ash Calm and Sculpt number 27. It's like her lips, but better. Now, one last thing that I will add on the lips. It looks very dark, but you just have to trust me. Because I haven't really applied anything that was too shiny, no glitter, no shimmery product anywhere else other than the cheeks. I will get this on the lips just for that extra shine and just a pinch of color. As you can see, the color is just gorgeous. Yes, this is giving life on the lips. Oh god, it's so beautiful. And this product is from Merit. I love to use it on its own or on top of lipsticks. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like your lips. No? It's so gorgeous, this shade.
Beautiful.
I love it. All right, let's do setting spray.
One of my favorites.
This is so good. It's so good. It sets the makeup forever. I absolutely adore this. Wait, I don't want to touch the hair.
It's okay.
And the last step, I'm going to use this. This is a new product from Anastasia. It's a brow gel. Do you know the brow freeze? So now they have this version in this much more practical packaging. So although you cannot see it, but Ilham can, she has a few of her eyebrows that are going a little bit down. So we're going to discipline them. And this guy, ooh, this really makes your eyebrows stay. And ta-da! This
So
is
beautiful.
the final look.
Wow. Is this me?
You look very sexy.
So beautiful.
And like I told her earlier, like I wanted to do something that would bring the green in her eyes, but she would have definitely could pull off these three. I would have done this as a base and this at the base of the lashes instead of this one. And it would have been a different makeup, obviously a lot more intense, even sexier than what she's wearing. But these, with her black outfit and her stunning body, this would have been like... unbelievable. All right, guys, and we have the final look. Thank you so much for watching this video and staying with us all the way. Thank you, Ilham.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. It's like for the first time my makeup looks snatched. I love it.
Thank you so much. As usual, all the products you can find in the description down below, along with the brushes. And please don't forget to follow Ilham on Instagram. I'm going to put it on the screen and in the description box. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Bye. Ilham is a celebrity makeup artist.
Hairstylist.
Wow. This is Libra energy, guys. Libra energy right here.
Not all of them, but
I love the little change.
if you know, you know, you know.
Dyson. Oh my god, you have that type of energy. I was like, the moment you touch my hair. I'm hungry, that's why. This conversation.